Today's weird. It's like opposite day. Instead of laying on the ground, wiring, plumbing, welding, I'm standing here watching Dulcich prep a trunk to paint it.
I don't know what is wrong with Dulcich's little brain when he looks at this Duster and goes, I can't live with myself because it has a brown deck lid. So we watched him paint the thing before we finally pushed the car outside, ready for burnouts. But no, even on Roadkill, it's the laziness that'll bite you. I'd had a brand new year one gas tank ready to install in this thing for a week and I didn't do it. And when we finally got the car outside, the carburetor clogged up with a bunch of varnish. And so there we were lying on our backs in the middle of the street with gas running down our armpits, and we threw in that new gas tank. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Burnouts are a good enough way to end an episode of Roadkill, but there's more win to be had this time. We're gonna roll this thing down to the chassis dyno at Westech Performance. Survey says 356 rear wheel horsepower and 419 pound-feet of torque at the tire. But even better than that, next we're gonna take it to the Dragstrip. See this? That's a TorqueFlite automatic transmission extension housing. It's not supposed to be quick release.
We got the special two-piece deal, right?
After the dyno day, we discovered that our hideously unbalanced drive shaft broke this. So it went back up to Steve's place for a whole bunch of fixes. He solved this, fixed the drive shaft, and finally transformed the Duster into the 80s street race look, the icon that I was looking for with a six-pack scoop. We got Kragers on it now, we got M&H's we're gonna hook up, and finally we're at the Dragstrip to see what it's gonna run. What's your guess?
I'm hoping it's going to be in the 12 somewhere.
Say it out loud.
And I also hope it makes it down the track in one piece.
That's all I'm hoping for.
You know, in a straight. I aligned this with a tape measure and bubble level, so it may be a little shaky at the top.
I should make you ride.
I would.
Whoa!
Dude! Yeah, that's pretty fast.
I gotta tell you, this episode was a lot of really grueling wrenching. I pretty much killed Dulcich and Finnegan, not to mention the video crew, but I don't care because I've got a time slip that says 12:39 at 113 miles an hour. That is not bad for what we pulled off here, especially when you consider that the short block is stock motorhome garbage. And forgive me a little bit of bench racing, but I will tell you this thing could use a little bit more of work on the carburetor. It needs a better torque converter, and it will go in the 11s. I have had a whole lot of Dusters, but I think this is finally the one. This car looks exactly like every street race car that I ran against in the 80s.